When the high school fall sports season kicks off about a month from now, 4 schools will be joining the Northern Indiana Conference. Over the next 4 weeks, we'll be taking a closer look at each one of them and their transition to the NIC. WSBT-22's Carl Deffenbaugh begins our coverage tonight in Bremen.
Starting with David and Goliath, some of the most compelling stories in history have featured undersized, undermanned competitors taking on giants.
And those can be very rewarding experiences, especially when you beat one of those schools.
It's not on those biblical levels, but that's a bit of what the Bremen Lions will face this year. They're first in the Northern Indiana Conference.
You get to test yourself against the best athletes, the best teams in the area.
Perhaps the biggest challenge for Bremen in its first year in the new league comes from just that, size. The Lions go from a middle-of-the-pack program enrollment-wise in the northern state to the smallest school in their new conference.
We just want to compete and show that we hopefully belong in this new conference.
The size difference would be especially felt on the gridiron, if not for the league splitting into 2 divisions for large and smaller schools.
There was no way in the world we were going to play Penn and Mishawaka in football. I mean, at some point in time, you have to understand that's just not feasible.
That was a game breaker for us. If they didn't go divisions based on size of school, it probably would not have been a good fit for us at all.
As athletic director at Bremen for the past decade, Troy Holmes watched his program routinely take home the all-sports trophy in the northern state.
Our girls have won it the last 4 years.
Wow.
Our guys the last couple years.
But the size gap will change the way Bremen evaluates success, especially come playoff time. If the stiff competition better prepares the Lions to face fellow Class 2A schools across all sports.
When you come into the state tourney series, you really do have some big bangers, and so I know that we're going to see that.
We're not intimidated by the size of the teams that we play, so when we get back to 2A in the sectionals, you know, we're prepared both physically and mentally.
Carl Deffenbaugh, WSBT 22 Sports.